Bodine 52 here. Just out for a ride on a beautiful Tuesday night. Gonna actually just got off a little rocky road. They did some resurfacing and surprised me, and gonna head into a little town called Grass Lake, Michigan. And when I first started riding a couple months ago, and I bought a used Suzuki Boulevard C50T. This was a road I went up and down a million different times to get some time under my belt. A little bit different after you're feeling much more confident in the bike. It helped getting this Harley. So got a little power under you and it makes you feel a little more comfortable. So getting a little wind and not sure how that's going to come over with the new mic, so I'm going to close the lid here and see if it makes a difference or not. So that is Union Street, which I do think rides up into 94. So look at that, isn't that beautiful? Really, really pretty. Really, really pretty. One thing I gotta say is I love these little small towns. You know, I grew up in Michigan, moved out east after I went to school, and you know, moved back at age 50, 52, almost 53 now. And you know, my last stint I moved for my company 3 or 4 times was in Chicago, Illinois, a place that you have no freedom. By the way, the state you have no freedom in, so you can't defend yourself by carrying a handgun, which is, in my opinion, unheard of and definitely unconstitutional. Probably shouldn't get me started there, but coming from Chicago, which is a great town, especially if you're a sports junkie like I am. But man, there's something about these little small towns. Isn't this cool? You know? Something about it, you know? Going to these little towns, and you know, hopefully they still got business coming, and a little family diner, and a little post office, and you know, a little library that's the size of my garage. But you know what? I mean, it's yeah, you talk to people in these small towns, and they're just happy. You know, I moved to Chelsea, Michigan because you know, there's a couple places I had a chance to move, and that I liked the area, and I went into Chelsea on a Saturday. I was in some corporate housing for a couple months before I found a house and moved my family out here. And I think I'm actually going to turn around in this shop because there's some you get really out in the country out here and not a lot of good turnaround places. And you know, I went into a local pub in Chelsea, met the owner, sat at the bar one Saturday afternoon, talked to him, and told me what a great town Chelsea was, and he owned that restaurant and that little pub in town, and a little shop, right? And he talked about how great it was. And so I went to the local market, which after you've relocated a couple times, you figure out real quick you know, where the market is, and you can find out a lot about the town there. And I went in, and I'm telling you, the first 10 people I saw in this restaurant, there was 9 of the 10 or 8 of the 10 said hi to me. And you know what? That's when I knew that Chelsea, Michigan was a place I wanted to live. Do have some celebrities, I guess, in town. Jeff Daniels grew up. His father grew up in Chelsea. Actor on Dumb and Dumber. I wasn't a big fan of that, but good guy. Extremely supportive of the community. Extremely supportive. Lloyd Bridges has his camper places in. I believe some of his family live here. I'm not sure he does, but that old cannon. My son Rob would love to see stuff like that. And you love it when you come through a town and you see flags up. My God, I love that. Architectural salvage. Wow. Is that like people that go do picking and they sell it? The Wells Block Building, 1898. Oh, that's kind of cool. But I love a town that has flags all over it. I love that. Just cool. And I'm also one of those guys that believes you spend money in the town you live. And we try to do that much as we can. And Chelsea, hey brother, that's one green bike. You know, that's local post office. That's one thing I would say about this bike. You know, when I bought this bike, I was really looking for that red, and it's not candy apple red, but it's I don't know what the Harley color for it is, but they just didn't have it, and they had the denim black, which is what I'm riding and bought, and I love it. I really do. I think it's sleek. There's still part of me that wishes I got the other color, you know. Maybe next time, because I love this bike. I guess it's your first Harley. You gotta love it. So, you know, it's funny. So I got all the paperwork from Harley and realized it's a community, right? Bikers are a community, and get a bad rap. There's a lot of good people. Whether it's the guy that changes tires at the gas station, to the people that are between jobs, to people that are managers and leaders of companies. And I know that my company, or one of our old CFOs, is now the CEO of Harley, right? So it's amazing how many professionals ride as well, and people are just so damn nice. But I got through the paperwork, and I got the hog information, get a free year of membership, and I'm like, all right, so what do I do with this? And I realized there's different chapters, and hopefully this boy is going to turn a little bit here, and so went on a couple rides. We actually went on a ride in the for that site I told you, We Ride Michigan. It's, I think there's like 1,400 people on that. I got invited out to an event that they had a ride, which was the east part of the state and the west part of the state. Everybody riding, coming in from a couple different places and meeting, and then heading to a local park or a park, have